Hello Convergent Nation. In this video, we will be giving you an overview of the iTrac application from the viewpoint of the specialist and testers completing the device testing. We will review the importance of iTrac device testing, as well as give you an overview of all the features that are there to help you complete your work. The iTrac application is a Convergent-made testing and commissioning platform. It was created to help ensure that, regardless of a project's size, the team completing the work would be able to ensure the same quality every time. This is especially important when we are dealing with a program in which the customer has specific instructions they want completed at each and every job site, and each job site will be completed by a different team of users. To help with this, the iTrac application was developed to give the colleagues a platform to create a device testing and commissioning plan. Each type of device within iTrac can be given a unique set of tests that must be completed. This allows the leadership team and the customer to monitor that completion as the project moves along. As a tester, your responsibility is to complete each test and mark the results within the system. These tests could include any number of potential steps and will depend on the customer's needs as well as the team setting up the project. It may include anything from verifying that something has been installed correctly to testing specific device functions, or even gathering photos of the installed devices. This data will eventually be turned into commissioning reports that the customer will be given at the end of the project. This report will outline each and every device, as well as what all tests were completed, when they were completed, and which tester completed them. As such, it's critical that the tests that are assigned to you as a specialist are completed on time and per instruction to ensure that the end result is what the customer expects from the Convergent team. The first step that you need to know is how to locate your project within iTrac. When you first log into the system, you will see a listing of projects that have been shared with you. There are two options for viewing projects on the home page. One is the card view, which allows you to view each project as a separate card. This view works best in the mobile version as it allows for easy vertical scrolling. In this view, there is a search bar at the top of the page. To find a project, use this bar to search for any part of the project's name or ID number. This will filter down the results on the page to only those that include the words or numbers in the search field. Once you've located a project in card view, you can simply click on the name to open that project. The other option is the table view. This view gives the user a table of options to look through and typically works best for desktop users. To search for a project in this view, there are a series of column headers that each have their own search bar. Simply use the field that corresponds with the data you have. If you know a part of the project's name, use the name field to enter that. Or, if you know at least a part of the project's ID number, use the job number field instead. The table will filter down the results to those that match or include your search. Once found, simply click on the name of the project and you will open it. Once you have accessed the project that you will be working on, you will be taken to a page showing all the project devices, which is helpful as you will want to get acquainted with the units that you are testing. Displayed in either card or table view, each device in the listing will have some properties already completed, like the name, the class, and the subclass. The class and subclass are required for each new device, as that is what assigns the device's tests to each unit. However, these are not the only pieces of data that are held in iTrac. To learn more about the devices, we can simply click on the device name to enter the device page. Here, we can see that the device page is split into two areas. The first area consists of device information, like the name, class, and subclass, as well as an area where custom fields can be stored. Depending on how your team set this project up, the area might hold several fields of data, or could be completely empty. In some cases, your responsibility as a specialist may be to help collect some of this information. Data like IP addresses, serial numbers, or even installation photos can be stored in these fields and then reviewed at any time. Some teams may ask that you collect this information while on site, and can be easily done through these fields. Other teams may include these fields as requirements to complete tests. The other half of the device page is the summary of tests. This area will house all the tests that have already been or still need to be completed for the selected device. With just a glance, a user can see which tests have been passed already and which are still left to complete. In many cases, completed tests can be reviewed and monitored by not only the operations leadership team, but can also be signed off by the customers in iTrac. As such, it's critical that we ensure that all testing procedures are followed and all data is collected accurately. While the device pages are certainly the best overall view of a single device, many testers will be going on site to perform an entire series of tests as quickly as possible. To make this process as simple and easy as possible, the iTrac team developed the Project Test Checklist. While on the main project page, click on the 3 dots beside the project's name. This will give you access to an option menu, and one of those options is the Project Test Checklist. This checklist, which has been optimized for both desktop and mobile users, gives you a list of all incomplete device tests that are assigned to you for completion. Each test is organized by its device, and the list can easily be focused by using the filter options on the top left corner of the page. When you have opened the filter options, you can select to include or not include any status or device type that you are working on. Maybe you only want to see incomplete tests or only cameras, or maybe you are looking for a particular test that you are completing. You can select and apply the appropriate filter to quickly and easily find your results. By selecting a test, you can quickly see a description showing the instructions for that test, as well as options to complete each test. Some testing options may not be visible. This can either be because you do not have the user rights to complete the test, or because the test is set up to ensure that it's not completed until another test is completed first. Even on a mobile screen, completing tests from this view is fun and easy. Add any required data or images, add test notes and a test image if applicable, and then click Pass. If you come across a device that you cannot pass for whatever reason, make sure that you enter notes about the reasoning, but then select the deficient option. And of course, if the test is simply not applicable, you can choose that option as well. Once complete, click the Save option at the bottom of the screen to save your results. As each test is completed, your checklist will get smaller until you have completed all of the assigned tests. As iTrac is a browser-based application, it is required to have internet access in order to be able to use it. This can be a problem when dealing with projects with special site restrictions or mobile locations where internet access is not available. In those cases, the iTrac development team created a method for getting around this by allowing the users to download the information for a specific project and use that information offline. This is called offline mode. From the Project Options menu, select Download for Offline. This will initiate a process to download all of the information for the selected project onto your browser's cache and allow you to use that application normally until you get back to a stable internet connection. Be advised that downloading all of the information can take some time, and you will need to ensure it's complete before you go on site. You can see when this is completed when a timer is added next to the Options menu, indicating how long the offline mode will allow you to enter new data. If this timer runs out, you will have to sync back to iTrac before you are able to add any more test results or information in the offline mode. You should also be advised that if you shut down your PC, close your browser, or clear your browser's cache while in offline mode, you will lose the information you have added and you will not be able to use the offline mode again until you have reconnected to the internet. Once you have downloaded the data, gone on site, and completed the work in offline mode, you can return to a stable internet connection and simply select the Sync option from the Project Options menu, and the site will upload all changes made back into the iTrac application. This action does not have to be completed during the 8-hour timer, but it must be completed before the next offline mode can be started. When a project has completed all testing and each device is at 100% progress, the team will begin the process of handing the commissioning information over to the customer. Thanks to you and the iTrac features, the leadership team can do this with confidence that all the devices have been tested per the customer's requirements, and Convergent will continue to be their best service provider.